turn it around and be an amazing general manager or an architect of a team. Of course, Jerry West has done the same thing when he was in Los Angeles, and now Joe Dumars.
And Joe is a quiet study. You know, he doesn't make a whole lot of noise at it. You put a body on him, that shot doesn't occur.
Iverson barely caught it before he shot it. Perimeter game, he was 0 for 4. And of course, Chris Webber. Webber has had his ups and downs since being here. Had the big fourth quarter in Game 3, but they'll need a big second half in Game 4 to get a victory. Iguodala with a nice move. And when it was McDyess's turn to decide where to play, Phillips was a big influence. Willie Green. Webber inside to Iguodala, using the left hand. Webber fired up for him. He missed 34 games because of injuries. They missed the playoffs.
But how about the year they went to the finals and he was the MVP? That was a pretty good year for him.
Webber trying to find room against Ben Wallace. It's just not there, but he's still able to put it in. And Downs in the NBA, close games. 11 and 4 in games decided by 3 points or less, but we still got a long way to go before the final minutes.
What a change of pace by Iverson.
Iguodala, hop step, knocks it down. Iguodala
has never won a series after going down 0-2.
And look at the shooting, and this is against perhaps the best defense in the NBA. Iverson, oh, tough shot. 4 from the line. Rip Hamilton having a terrific game. 22 points and 11 assists.
For some reason, Allen's trying to dry the bottom of his shoes off as he's advancing the ball up the court.
Inside, D'Alembert. Oh, nice pass from Chris.
One thing we've seen different from Philadelphia tonight is the physical presence in the paint. The bench scoring, massive advantage for Philadelphia tonight after getting pummeled over in the Motor City.
Iguodala hits a three. Mobius Center. Sixers lead by 6 with 3:43 remaining in the fourth.
9 on the shot clock. We got the big man trapped in the corner.
D'Alembert puts it up, puts it in. Samuel D'Alembert.
See Wallace, he's on the screen and roll. Last down defense becomes the first line. No one there to stop the play.
And Freddie, it just looked like Iverson stopped defending on that play. Here's Webber trying to find a teammate, picked up his dribble, knocked away. Iguodala has it right to the basket. And the left hand comes to assist. As the Pistons come out front to start the period with Carlos Arroyo now, the first substitution. In the backcourt joins Hamilton. As McKee gets into his moves, working on a
and not turn it over, will win that series.
Out of the timeout, Iverson sits down. His night more than likely finished. At the 5.5-minute mark of this fourth period. Iguodala. And Freddie, that's what you want to do.
But they're not getting high percentage shots. Larry Brown was right. They're not moving the ball enough. They are settling for quick shots. Got to do better.
Webber calling for it. Goes right at Ben Wallace. Wallace stays with him, but Webber now with his third.
It's 11 for the game.
There's Korver. Iverson. That's a three. And Allen Iverson knocks down the first three. One of the things Wallace has improved on is his passing. And that time with a nice assist. His second assist of the afternoon. Iverson for three. That's his second three-pointer here in the third.
Are picking the Sixers apart with their team offense.
Now a 13-point advantage. Rodney Rogers has come in for Philly, perhaps to give some scoring punch. Iverson. Iguodala gets inside. Nice adjustment.
Excellent finish. Nice pass and penetration.
Shooting 53% from the field as they've hit their last 9 shots. And remember, they shot 30% in the first quarter.
Yep. This guy's going up.
You can tell.
And down.
Willie Green.
Let him know that you don't do that. You don't leave Allen Iverson with the basketball.
Here's Tom Gugliotta missing badly. It's 7-2 Sixers. Remember, the Hawks could only score 9 points in the first period last night. Allen Iverson makes it 10-2 at 2005 Hawks basketball camp. Allen Iverson, his play is back in. Iverson just split everybody and got down inside and got that. Once again, I talked to him before the ball game, and we'll have that interview on with Josh Smith at halftime. Talked about his first year in the NBA as a 19-year-old. Iguodala into Sami Dellenberg to Kyle Korver. He got that triple. He's got 2 to 43. So if that were to continue, Cleveland would slide into the playoffs there in the 8th and final spot.
And I think that's what's going to happen. The Boston Celtics are trying to exact some revenge on the New Jersey Nets.
With up some nice numbers here tonight. Has 16 points to go with 10 rebounds. And 3 block shots. Here's Korver. Boy, he's been a handful. He always is offensively. Iguodala with a crossover move. Dante Smith stepped in there to rake it loose, but Iguodala stayed with it. Iguodala feeds Weber. Chris Weber averaging 9. Philadelphia needs a victory to clinch a spot in the Eastern Conference playoff race. That's the easiest way to do it from their point of view. Free throw line. Well, we got some real bad information on Iverson's point total. He had it at 35 here. It's really 30, but still significant. Korver from the corner again. Good call. Iverson has 35. Andre Iguodala gives it up for Weber. Unbelievable. From the free throw line, 12 assists, 7 rebounds, and he had a 4-point play.
And Jim, even with that still being a mega game, and yet the least of the 4, he had a lot of help tonight.
One-time buck Kevin Ollie on the floor. He kicks it out for the three-pointer, Rodney Rogers.
And the Nets lead at 63-43. Down to a minute 27 to go. Nets have matched their largest point production in a half. Rogers up top. Iguodala.
Ability, plus he's big. He's a strong guy, and he's had some big games when Iverson hasn't been able to play.
1 out of 2 for Carter. He's got 31. Iverson doing it himself. I never thought of it that way. Final Jeopardy is what you said.
Final.
Weber fakes Robinson, and Weber inside.
All 6 of his field goals. The rest of the Pacers are 1 for 5. But Jackson right now putting Indiana in front early. Iverson runs over Dale Davis. There's Iverson going cross court. He could hit the long shot, and he does. Iguodala, the rookie. Right, although it'll be the ceremonial conclusion for Reggie, of course, has to look forward to playoff action this year. Korver has that quick release for 3. That's all the time he needs.
Yeah, you have.
It's in the stutter step.
Tough spot because this guy's 7 feet and long arms.
Another tough spot for Crozier.
24 seconds. Shot clock violation.
Both of them had tough spots. Defense was actually, you got to give Philly credit. It was pretty good. Dellenberg steps out on you. You've got to find a way to get around him because he is long and very active.
Reggie Miller now on Iverson. Chris Webber steps back and hits.
That's his point. At that range, that's what shooting does.
9 straight points for Johnson. He's done it in a minute and a half. And he's outscored Iverson in this third quarter, 11-5. Rodney Rogers open for 3. Swish.
Well, they had that
pointer. He returns by hitting a 3. And that is the difference in the ball game. So now Johnson back in against Iverson. Chris Webber. A little hook
talked to him before the game. He said he thought he'd get maybe 7 minutes a half here tonight to get himself back in the swing of things, Kevin.
Dalembert picked up his second personal foul for the 76ers. Iguodala.
Good leaper, so he's got to use his body to create space.
McKee to Iverson. Jackson to Korver for three.
Down it. 46-2, their only losses to the Clippers and Bulls on the road. Both of those games in overtime. Shaq rested 5 minutes and 19 seconds. Here's a quick release again by Korver.
Has beaten Cleveland 3 times this season. They got the tiebreaker, so mathematically, number 7 would be Philly if they win tonight.
That's why you got to win all your games at home. Coming down the stretch, regardless of your opponent, you got to find a way to win. You've got your fans here. It's a 1-point game, a little over 5 minutes to go. You should have the energy and the will to find out what you ever have to do to get this game.
Jackson, Korver, Iverson, Weber, and Iguodala in there. There's a cross-the-lane move by Jackson and Weber. They're letting them shoot. Jackson, Korver, Weber. And here's AI working on Damon Jones with Eddie Jones, Haslam, Shaq, and Wade. Alley-oop, and what a spectacular pass. Jackson a screen. Iverson pick and roll with Mark Jackson.
Quarter now up by 5. And 4:38 left in the half.
Really been their bench. Ricky Davis, Marcus Banks, Al Jefferson, Mark Blount. These guys have come in and done a great job.
And because of that divisional playoff alignment, what Tim was talking about, the Mark Jackson connecting number 7, Willie Green, number 33, handling here as we near the 2-minute mark. That free throw by Pierce ended the run at 10 straight for the Sixers, but Korver gets 2. Iverson guarded by Davis. Jackson hits.
Jamison trying to keep it alive, but it's taken by Iguodala.
Yeah, needless to say, they need a big night. He's had 2 sub-scoring nights for him against both Boston and Detroit and Indiana.
Rodney Rogers, he can hit the 3, and he opens up the game with his 8. Washington shooting 35% on 8 of 23 from the field. Rogers, who has had a field day in 3-pointers. He was a great 3-point shooter at Wake Forest.
In a very solid game on the offensive side and defensively making things very difficult for the Wizards.